What's going on, everybody? It's Webster Style. Brian Saff here with another NRW checkpoint. Brian, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm no good. Brian,
Yes, sir.
there are actually games releasing that aren't Call of Duty Black Ops 6 this week. I was shocked.
Why are you shocked?
I was shocked. They
Somebody
try to
scared of
stay
Call of
away.
Duty?
Yeah. Well, I will say there are a lot of games. Obviously, we are not covering every single game that's coming out this week. We will be here for quite a while. But I picked some interesting titles this week. There's a lot of counter programming when it comes to games that are coming out this week. So a lot of games are totally different from Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So they're targeting different audiences. But let's start off with, first up this week, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, SX, PC, and Game Pass. And if you've watched this before or watched us before, you know that neither one of us play Call of Duty.
Not anymore. It's my yesteryear.
As in Brian's yesteryear, I never got into it. I think the only game I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the one that was on 360 era.
That's the best one.
I have this thing about killing real people for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just for real, like realistic.
No. Because I'm with you.
I don't know what it is. Those sort of FPSs have never really stuck with me. The whole military intrigue, and I don't know why. Maybe it's too close to reality. I don't know. Just me. But people love Call of Duty, and for all you Call of Duty heads, Black Ops 6 drops this week. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is a spy action thriller set in the early 1990s, a period of transition and upheaval in global politics, characterized by the end of the Cold War and the rise of the United States as a single superpower. With a mind-bending narrative and unbound by the rules of engagement, this is signature Black Ops. And I think for me, the only aspect of this game that intrigues me is the fact that I lived through this time period.
Oh, okay.
So like the lens that they put on it in a story would be interesting for me. And as far as checking out, I might just check it out because it's on Game Pass. So why not?
Right.
But that for me is probably the appeal. Like, okay, I would be interested to see what kind of story they craft over these events that I grew up in. I was a kid during my adolescence in these formative years of the early 90s, going from a middle school to teenager, seeing the world and starting to see the world in a different lens. So it'll be interesting to me how they tell a story in this narrative, in this time frame.
Okay. Yeah, most Call of Duties, they usually have decent like campaign modes.
Right.
They're usually, a little shorter than people would like, but I don't know. Every Call of Duty I've ever had, I definitely played through the campaign mode, and I enjoy it. I do that before I do anything multiplayer. But
can we say this?
What's up?
An 8 to 10 hour campaign is perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't understand
Especially if you're
why
just running and shooting.
Yeah, I mean, 8 hours is perfectly fine for a game like this. Perfectly fine. Now,
I think with the Black Ops brand particularly, it's the zombie mode that usually gets people, which I enjoy that as well. But I don't even know what it's like anymore. I haven't played Call of Duty, and I can't even tell you. I don't. Definitely not anywhere in 2020, 21, 22. Like none of this 20 years.
Good 5 years
20 years. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we are watching the trailer for that one, so we'll see a bit more of Black Ops 6 a little bit later. Next up, we have Wild Country on the Xbox One, SX, Switch, and PC. Wild Country is a cozy competitive card game with city building elements. Collect cards, construct buildings, explore big sky, and challenge friends in this competitive strategy game. That is not what I was expecting when I saw this title.
Me either. Are we watching the trailer?
Are we watching the trailer? I forget. Yes, we are watching the trailer. Yeah, because I thought that would be interesting to watch.
Definitely.
All right. Next up, we have The Bridge Curse 2, the Extriction, which I'm like, I looked that word up. I keep wanting to say extraction.
Right.
It's dropping. This is a console debut. It dropped on PC last year, but it's on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, Switch, and PC. The Bridge Curse 2, The Extrication, is a first-person survival horror game where the player controls 4 characters during Wenhua University's Carnival of Terror. What lurks around the corner is foreboding, dread, a few laughs, and of course, pure fear. And we are watching the trailer for that one. I had to just because I'm like, we gotta see what that's about.
Right. Okay.
Next up is a series that I feel like has been going on forever. I remember if I remember correctly, I remember adverts for this game in Nintendo Power back in the day in this series. Romancing the Kingdoms 8 remake, Romancing the Three Kingdoms 8 remake on the PS4, 5, Switch, and PC. Romancing the Kingdom, the Three Kingdoms 8 remake is a remake of the original tactical military strategy role-playing simulation game initially released in 2001 and 2003 in Japan and North America, respectively. So that is a long-running military tactical series. I forget which time period in Japan that it takes place, but as you can imagine, it's very Japanese heavy. I'm totally not surprised it's not on Xbox.
Right.
Yeah. And last but not least is Sonic Time Shadow Generations. Sonic Time Shadow Generations takes an already excellent game and spring jumps it into new heights with creative shadow campaign and an appreciable graphical upgrade. So I actually upgraded the graphics, and it's interesting.
Okay.
I'm interested in the shadow stuff. If I remember reading correctly, the shadow stuff comes from Sonic 2. Sonic Adventure 2, if I remember correctly. Reading some of. Are you a big Sonic fan, Brian?
I wouldn't say big, but I definitely like Sonic. That's one of the hand-me-down games that initiated my my love for gaming. So yeah.
Got you. What I find interesting around this game was the discourse. You know, we have the movie coming out at the end of the year. The discourse around the Shadow character and how many people love this character, and I'm like, that was totally surprising to me.
Why?
Not that people didn't love the character, but to the level which they people were talking about Sonic or Shadow and like excited that he was included in the game. And I'm like, now I didn't play the Shadow the Hedgehog game, which what I understand wasn't that great. But I mean, I played Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 on my original Dreamcast, and I bought both of them on my 360, and they still play them to this day backwards compatibility. So I thought the character itself was, pretty cool character. I thought just even the gameplay mechanics were pretty cool as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Shadow is merged into this Sonic Generations cast. And well, first trailer this week is Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Let's go.
It is time to awaken the ultimate life. Welcome to the world, Shadow the Hedgehog.
The promised time is nigh upon us, Shadow. Soon, you will be mine.
Black Doom. I destroyed you once. I will do it again. No more mistakes. We'll finish this here and now.
I will admit, the Sonic stuff, the Shadow stuff looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take this power and use it as my own.
I shall put your power to the test.
This time, I will crush every last one of them.
I like that.
Yes.
Like the side-scrolling platforming.
Destroy you.
is it?
Maria?
Oh.
What's up with Sonic and Shadow and these?
I'm copping that.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you now. I'm copping that too. Yeah, I was impressed, man. I was like, all right, cool beans. That definitely a reason to pick that one up.
Yeah, I see that. I like it.
Yeah, I like that too. That was pretty doggone good. All right, next up we have the trailer for Wild Country. This is interesting.
It does. Okay.
So I'm assuming you're going around in the overworld and then you battle people in this card game.
That's what it looks like.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
I like that premise.
Yeah, I've never really seen anything like that.
Exactly.
Interesting.
All right. Wild Country looks pretty interesting. Next up, let's see how scared we can get. How scared. With the Bridge Curse 2, the Extrication.
We will be together forever.
It's Ghost Month, and with this being a creepy ghost story, I figured I could get an exclusive. I heard this place is haunted.
Kids these days, nothing seems to scare them. If it's before midnight, they can do whatever the hell they want.
No doors or windows? She just disappeared. Bizarre. Let's go, man. Let's go.
He's a liar. What the hell happened here? It's midnight. There's a really scary ghost down there. If he hears us...
You think I'm just going to let you leave me?
Oh, Extrication. Okay.
Oh, Extrication. I'm saying it wrong. Okay, Extrication.
What did I? Okay.
I don't know. It comes off pretty generic.
It does, but it also, I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, there is something about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the characters or like the story. Something about it is like, I don't know. It does like feel generic, but something about it also feels like different. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling that one. For me, I think the voice work could have been different to set the tone better. I felt, just something about the voice work just took me out of it from any sort of, and because the music was pretty good for the most part, and even the pacing is just the voice work in general, especially a main female character, it seems like. I just wasn't feeling it. It took me out of it. The sort of feelings and emotion I'm guessing the trailer was trying to get me to elicit. So,
okay.
But all right. It doesn't look bad. Something about it does have a generic appeal to it, but still something unique there.
Right.
All right. And last but not least, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
The Cold War is over.
My guess is that they're planning a spectacle of some kind. Something that'll scare the hell out of people. Coalition forces launched the operation 2 weeks ago against Saddam Hussein.
Ahead of yourself now
there. As many strategic targets from the air as possible.
Do it.
Stations weapons free.
some biological weapon. And they put this in Saddam's hands too?
Isn't that your friend?
The nature of our enemy is unclear now.
We're not alone. They would kill each one of you given the open shot.
See, the stories, the campaign, like, they're gonna give you a solid one.
Pre-order the Vault Edition now.
I see this trailer and I just think I want to see this movie.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I want to see this movie. Like, this looks like it would be a badass movie.
Agreed.
And yeah, the trailer, the campaign, it makes you want to play this game. I'll give look great credit to the people who put this campaign to me, the trailer together, not the campaign, because I haven't played the campaign.
Right.
But this is a great trailer. You get good cinematics, good, doses of gameplay. And it's Call of Duty, so you kind of know what to expect. But it looks interesting. Definitely looks like something that I would want to try out just because of that.
Agreed.
All right, Brian, that's it. That's it for our games this week. What's going on with you, man?
I just put out a new episode of the Talk+Play Blur Pod today. Actually, it came out. Yeah. I had I went to see Nicki Minaj on her tour twice. So I was like, one time it was festival stop, the next time it was at an arena. So I was like, let me just compare the two because I noticed quite a few differences. So I was like, okay, cool. That'd be some fun to talk about. So talking about that, and then I'm preparing another episode to come out soon. I'm trying to get into a consistent rotation, so we'll see what happens with that. But that's pretty much it. Just more talking, playing over here on this Blur Pod, and that's it. What about you?
All right, sounds good, man. Just finishing up everything that's been coming out. My this week had my episode 11 with Ren's Playtime Corner. Ren and I talking about kind of that fine line between women dressing too risque and sort of outcomes and perceptions and insecurities. So we talk about that today, or actually yesterday, dropped my interview with Philip Tarlson and Augustin Raymond with their book Future Tales. And tomorrow, dropping this, I Dollar Tree had underwear and undershirts, so I reviewed those. I'm like, why not?
Okay, yeah.
And then the full retrospective of Baltimore Comic Con, including all the videos, cosplay contests, B-roll from the show floor. That's going to drop on the 28th at the time of this recording. Also, we are back in audio version as well. While it's not a full-fledged version of the Satorian Geek podcast, the interview with Philip Tarlson as well as Raymond Augustin is an audio, so you can catch that at all of your podcast spaces, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff as well under the Satorian Geek podcast by website. And you'll see more and more of my old interviews that are on YouTube coming out in an audio format as well. As the days go by. So, But that's it. Here's a lot of good stuff going on over at Talk+Play blerdcast over at Webster Style. But of course, you're nerds of the world, the NRW. Make sure you follow us on X at the NRW, on Instagram at New Release Wednesday. And of course, you're currently on YouTube. So make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe.